On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Go, then Rilla gonna go. And guess what happened? When Chaotic finished, all of y'all went in. I really was sitting here trying to be cool, right? This whole conversation with this whole pick me shit is some bullshit. All this, you got to change your shit up for a man, and all this, we done had to fight and struggle in the work. And I ain't disrespecting or taking away from nobody's struggle or what they had to do with deal with in the workplace. But you know what's funny? Nobody says to men shit about what we got to deal with in the workplace either. Because you know why? Nobody cares. Period. Point blank. End of sentence. All this whole the pick me shit, like this shit is just crazy to me, because if I want a certain outcome, I don't give a fuck if I'm 4 or 40. If I'm not getting the desired result, I need to make the adjustment.
I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Courtney never said there's nothing wrong with people working on themselves. She said majority people don't want to be alone. So I think you kind of took it personal because you're what?
No, I agree.
Oh, yeah. I
think wasn't saying everybody. She's saying majority people want to be together. Majority women want to be.
Absolutely.
But you disagreed with her.
Absolutely. You literally just went on a fucking 10-minute rant. Contradicting that. What are you talking about,
eventually? But when you're
listen to yourself.
No, lady, you're not listening, because Courtney said that, and then you went on a rant trying to go against what she said. What are you talking about?
On a 10-minute rant,
because y'all trying to make.
Can I say something?
Like, no, she never. You're not listening though. Courtney never said it was a problem. You're not listening.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's try to do a reset real quick. Let's just settle down. Let's get Kayla in real quick. Go ahead, Kayla. What you want to say?
Hey, what's going on? So, a lot of things have been said, but what I will say to the most recent thing said is that there are a few people that I know that are single by choice, not because they want to be alone, but because they don't want the work or the responsibility of a relationship.
Thank you.
I talked to a number of these men in Clubhouse. These number of these men that have no desire to get married, that feel like they can always get with women and women will always be available to them. So they see no purpose in marriage and they don't want to put in the work for marriage or the sacrifice for it. And they just don't want to do it. So I don't know why there's a narrative that there aren't people out there that exist like that, because there are people that are single that have no desire to get married and are not lonely.
Kayla, I'm sorry, but you just talked up.
Can I talk? Like, can I talk?
No,
hold on, y'all. Hold on. Just let her finish, and then we'll go around and get.
Yeah, I'm just asking her to put an address on it. I don't want no people. I want to know, are you saying men or women?
On here for 3 hours. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. We're not going to police what I'm going to say or make any requests in regards to what I'm going to say. I'm just going to say what I feel. That's how this works.
I'm just asking for clarity. Are you saying men or women?
No. So I just genuinely feel that is the reality, because that is a literal poll of real people in real life. And so I think that we have to understand that there are just different people. I don't know why it's so hard in this space on YouTube that people can't understand that people are different and operate differently. And that is okay. I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, if you have a goal and say that is to be married and you feel like you need to do the self-work to get there, that's great. But I'll have to agree with Kay that if you're doing the work only for another human being, it's fake as fuck. You're not doing it for you. If you're doing it in objective to get someone, to get something, it's not authentic, because otherwise you would have been did it. But now you're doing it because you're tired of being alone and you feel like this is what you need to do to be with somebody. So I'm always I agree with Kay on this one, that I think you should be your authentic self, because eventually your authentic self is going to come back. It's going to come back, and they're going to see it, and they're going to leave you. So the best thing, I'm sorry, I have to agree with Kay on this. The best thing that you can do is be yourself. Anything that you're doing to improve yourself, you're doing it for yourself, in your own self-confidence, your own self-worth. It's about self, not about another human being. And that's how you're going to get to the right person and the more successful, per what I've heard of married people. So I'll leave it at that. I know y'all have y'all things to say.
Well, let me piggyback, because you said talking about these people in YouTube, and then you said I talk to a lot of people in Clubhouse. Same damn thing. It's internet. And internet. I
talk to people in real life as well. I know y'all always mad about me having friends. It's real people, but I talk to people. All right,
I'll let you speak. So let me finish. So regardless, in real life, people on the internet are still real life. So if someone says that they are doing work for themselves because the results that they were getting, the type of quality of man that they were attracting, and that's not what they wanted, and they said, oh, it's something within me that's not getting the results that I want, and the results is being a wife, a good wife to a good man and a good quality of man, doesn't mean that's fake as fuck. It's someone holding themselves accountable and understanding my results are not, it's not becoming of what I really want. And it's me looking inward instead of blaming everybody else. It's me understanding that me changing myself doesn't mean I'm fake as fuck. It means that just me giving you and take me as I am is not good enough. There's things that we all need to work on, whether it's trauma, whether it's health, whether it's our attitudes. There is nothing wrong with a woman saying, I want to work more on myself because the results that I'm yielding, I want a family, I want a husband, and a good husband deserves a good wife. And right now, how my attitude is, how I'm treating myself or how I treated an ex is not good for the type of quality of man that I want. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a pick me. It's understanding who you are, whose you are, and what you want for your life. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And that's fine. And that's fine. I just feel like, why weren't you doing that before if it was authentic?
Because and I'll tell you why.
Different phases.
I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people don't know. You don't know what you don't. I'll tell you why. That was a question. I'll tell you why. Because a lot of times people do not know what they don't know. If you don't know you doing some fucked up shit and still getting the same results, and you continue to do it and do it, and then sometimes it takes
but people only want to make the change.
Sometimes I'm not done. So sometimes it takes it, unfortunately, and especially with our women, it's taken us a lot longer because how we were weren't raised to be wives. We were raised for work. We were raised to travel. We were raised to get degrees, which is all good, but we prioritize that over what, again, I've always said, what we are made and created to be. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that some of us had to get it later in life, but I'm motherfucking happy that some of us are getting it. And the ones that are getting it, that happen to be older and now are are finding the results and actually getting the type of man, thank God, that I'm getting, besides the ones that I was getting, it would be behooving me and silly of me not to say it.
And that's fine, Courtney. I get that. But at the end of the day, the shit didn't just pop up overnight. Whatever the issues are, they've been there in your personal relationships, in your family relationships, at work, in all parts of your life. But now that you're single and you're lonely, you think now you should change them for a man. And that's what's not authentic, because it didn't just show up. Now that
let's be very clear. Let's be very clear.
And you
as long as a woman, let's be very
work on them when you was young, because you thought you had all the time in the world.
Weird shit. As long as you got a vagina, as long as you have a vagina, as long as you have a vagina, it's very easy not to be alone at nighttime. As long as you have a puss,
We're not talking about sex, babe. We're not talking about sex. We're talking about a man that's with you.
I'm going to finish what I'm going to say. So sometimes it's not about being lonely, and that's a wrong idea. And I'm not going to, again, back that up here where thousands are listening. Sometimes it's not about being alone. And that's the problem. And that's the lady. That's the problem. Lady. I'm not done.
Well, how's it not about being alone?
No.
Y'all gotta finish.
The problem is a lot of the problem is that sometimes women get with a man because they're lonely, and again, that will fuck up the quality of man because you choose someone because you're lonely. A lot of women don't think that. A lot of women are not just trying to get with a man because they're lonely. A lot of women really want a good man.
But see,
they really want to be a good woman to that good man. So
you think that the women that are lonely
changing for a man? That's my point. If you're intentionally single to work on yourself, you're not changing for a man. You're changing for yourself. You're spending the time with yourself because you feel like you need to sit with the lessons that you learned from the last experience, so that you're not bringing the bullshit.
Man, y'all full of shit, man.
And that
y'all full of shit.
Your new relationship.
I don't give a fuck, really.
I need a JR.
All my
y'all
now I want to change it. No,
you full of shit. All this.
Y'all are full of shit. Y'all are full of shit. Like I told JR on the last episode, I've been through therapy through every major trauma of my life. It didn't take me needing a man or wanting a man to feel like, oh, I need to go work on this. It didn't take that. It didn't take,
Rilla, you're muted, Rilla.
Because I wanted a man. It didn't take that.
Rilla, you're muted. I think that's what Rilla do sometimes. He be
for myself.
Yeah.
Take accountability for yourself. Stop using it as a crutch. That because you want a relationship, now you want to take accountability.
All right, women. Hold on, women. Let me get some of the men thoughts real quick. Take a time out.
You're on mute, Rilla.
Hey,
Rilla, we can't hear you.
Rilla, you're on mute, brother.
Rilla, we can't hear you.
His sound must be down.
All right, so
go ahead, Quest. Go ahead.
Let me just say this. I think it is incumbent upon anybody. I don't care what you got going on. My bad, really. You were muted, bro. You were going on a rant and nobody could hear you. But I think it's incumbent upon anybody that if you are acting in a certain manner and you are getting the same results that you do not desire, and you are looking for a different outcome, if you don't go back and change the behaviors, your attitude, and all those different things organically, right? Like you organically saw that you were getting a certain type of result. You organically are saying, I don't want that result from me. What do I need to do? I need to go and fix myself and change my different things, my different traits and all those different things. And I need to have a different outlook. I need to behave a little bit differently if I want this specific outcome, this specific outcome. I think that's organic. I don't think that is you doing this shit for a nigga. Nah. Like there's a result that you're trying to achieve. And that is your result that you're trying to achieve. This ain't for nobody else. I don't think that is you doing this shit for a nigga. I think that is organic. And I think that is how things happen out here, right? If it wasn't already just ingrained in you from being raised, right? Like I say again, like my wife was raised in a household with both her mother and father, married couple or whatever, but that's like 19% of our people, right? The 81% of our people are raised in single parent households. Now we're talking about now, right? So if I was raised in a single parent household as a woman and I said, hey, I need to change some things, if I organically go out here and do that, there's nothing wrong with that. Kelly, it almost makes it sound like, from what you're saying, is make it sound like there's a problem with women that establish that they are not getting the results that they want, and they go and say, hey, I want to make some changes. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure I clarify.
No, Quest. Let's just use the example about the loudmouth issue. This loudmouth issue isn't just an issue with men. This has been an issue when you was in school. This has been an issue at work. This has been an issue. And you didn't feel like you had any need to change it. But now when it comes to, I want to be a wife, I want to get married, now I need to change it. That's the shit that I just don't agree with. That I think that all people need to do the self-work and stop using like changing for other people is just not healthy, because your loud mouth has always been a fucking issue. Your mama told you, your friends told you, everybody told you, and you like, oh, I'm fine. But then you think, oh, now I'm gonna get married. Now I want to change it for a man. Everybody's been telling you need to improve your health. Everybody's been telling you to eat healthy. But now that you want a man, now you want to eat healthy.
Okay, all right, Kayla. So to your point, I think what I'm saying is, what are we prioritizing, right? If we're not prioritizing those other things that said, hey, I'm a loudmouth, whatever, these people think I'm a loudmouth over here, da 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 da, it ain't a big deal because I'm not prioritizing those things as final results that I want in my life, right? But like marriage is to a lot of people, man. So like they will prioritize changing behaviors in order to get those results that they want or whatever. So yes, I hear what you're saying as far as like, yeah, nah, you known all this time that your mouth was a problem, da 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 da. But when it came to that one thing that you've been wanting, i.e., you've been wanting a husband, you've been wanting a nuclear household, you've been wanting to create a family, right? I think that was one of those things that sits high on the priority list to say, hey, to look introspectively and say, hey, I need to make some changes. I need to make some changes.
Hold on, lady. Hold on, lady.
Last thing to Quest this. Last thing to Quest. I get where you're coming from, Quest. I agree. I just think that my main thing is that through our life, you're born alone, you die alone. Through your life, your goal should be to be the best person that you can be, because ultimately that is what's going to make you the best partner in a relationship. So I feel like it shouldn't take the motivation of another human being for you to be the best person that you should be. You should have a desire to do that regardless of your proximity to another person. And that is, I feel like, the real issue in the community, because if everybody worked on self in for the benefit for self to be better, things would naturally fall into place versus people doing things in reaction or for the focus of others.
I agree.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I can agree to a certain point. I'll say this, and I'm back off.
Okay, but y'all keep saying that.
Okay,
so just give me 1 second. I'm gonna come back to y'all. Let me go to Chaotic and then Rilla, then we get back to the ladies. Go ahead, Chaotic.
Man, wow, that was a lot that Kayla said. I mean, to a degree, she's not wrong.
Not wrong.
But I still lay claim to the fact that you as a pick-me, the idea is that, because we're still in the pick-me topic, right? I'm a little bit tired right now, but we're still in the pick-me topic, right? You as a pick-me, it should be reactionary because it's life or death. It's you needing to change to fit into a institution that's been practiced for tens of thousands of years by mankind, which is marriage. So whether you don't have those traits now, those traits can be cultivated. And I think that's why so many other groups are so much better at it. Now, again, Kayla could be damn sure right. I mean, she presented a good argument, very good. And I'm kind of shocked that Kayla got on the panel for 3 minutes and she was immediately cut off. And I was literally trying to hear it from start to finish. But I agree. And also with the 50-50 topic, we were talking about that as well. And can I broach that too, JR, in the panel? I believe that I don't believe in 50-50 as a set basis. I believe that it's a scale. So the prettier you are, the younger you are, and if the man is very well to do, then no, you shouldn't really pay for anything because the man is pretty much paying for your looks. But if I'm 40 and I just meet her and she's 37, yeah, we probably will have to do 50-50. But if she's smoking hot and she's 22 and I'm 44, yeah, and I'm well to do, then absolutely. It should be a man should provide for almost everything. But again, if I'm 60 and I just met you and you 54, shit, you better be paying my bills at that point. So yeah.
Can I say something?
Absolutely, Courtney. What's up?
Thank you. And just something I don't think that we think about as well either.
Sure.
So a lot of the times we don't know what we might be doing wrong in a result that we want, because a lot of our behaviors have gave us a lot of accolades, a lot of success in everything but a relationship. What I mean is that being masculine in a lot of areas, especially in my career, has made me top account executive at a tech firm, has made me manage a whole lot of people. I'm able to put a whole lot of people in check, and that has made me very successful in my career. I'm able to whip this in shape and get this in shape, and all that success that I have, financial, job, travel, and I'm like, I got it all. But then the men that I was attracting was homosexuals, men that were, I don't want to say weak, but didn't necessarily put up to the lead as I wanted them to lead. And it's because I was the leader. I was taught to lead. I was taught to be strong, and I was taught go get that bag, and that's what I've always done. But the result that I was getting was success in everything in my life. But damn, this is a particular type of man that I want. And then flipping it and understanding that, well, damn, the type of man, the type of leader you want ain't gonna be the one that's gonna want you because you the man. You not being submissive to him because for your whole life in your career, you have worked so hard. I worked in sales with a whole lot of white men, and I've always had to feel like I've had to prove myself and be in a man space. So then it wasn't until kind of it triggered. It was like, well, damn, you want to be this type of woman because you want this type of husband, but you've had success in here. Then why aren't you getting it? And it was a balance. It was a balance that wasn't in place. I was off balance.
Courtney, I like how you brought that up.
Seriously.
Because I think that is a very common experience. But like, I think that a lot of people don't understand that you could like not be in that particular situation and still be viewed as masculine, whatever.
Yes.
I've always looked at it like entering this YouTube space, people have been like, oh my God, you're so masculine. And I'm like, I'm literally
you don't know me, stupid.
Right. And I'm like, I'm literally not. And I've never even though like my dad is a foreigner, very much into education, up in those degrees, getting your career, very into that. And I did it. But like I never felt like, ooh, this puts me like above somebody. It was just something that you had to do, you know, for like success. It wasn't like, so like, I'm not a reformed feminist. I'm not. I never was a feminist. I mean, people that do feminist things, I appreciate them and that's cool, but that's not my fight. Like I'm more so into like racism, but like, it's just interesting to hear when people, like when you describe your experience, Courtney, because I think it's valid, but it's just like very interesting because we have a totally different experience. Like you were raised, like you gotta work, I never was raised that way. My dad is Nigerian, my mom is American. And like, I didn't even have a job until I was in college. Not one. I did everything I needed to do in high school. It was like, you know, whatever, you got a car, you can drive, you can do this, that. And I never felt like, oh, I need to do this and do that as a woman. It was just like, as a successful human, get educated, do this, do that. My dad always instilled that. And like, I never felt it any type of way, like as a woman. It was just something
let me tell you why though. The why, because you had mom and dad in the house.
Right, exactly.
It was security. I had my mother. And
right.
So I was taught to not have to depend on anyone. So in order for me not to depend on one, I was going to get the best job, money in the bank. And that was my focus. Like I said on the show, and like I said on your show on Monday, I think the biggest lie that we have been told is that we have time.
I get that.
That has been the biggest lie that Black women have been told because we don't. While I was chasing money, success, travel, and all the accolades in the world, and the cars I can buy, and all the braids, time passed up.
I get that, but the fact that like so many people view me as masculine,
right? But it's
when,
a
like
cultural
I'm not. I'm just like
a cultural thing. You have a different set of standards. You have a different set of like.
So y'all know.
It's just
values, right?
And Courtney,
so Courtney's point, like for real, because I value what Courtney said because I've been there too. Duality. Can I please? I
didn't know if I was being heard.
No, you are, and I promise you, like, because she spoke on something that was real. Like, there's a difference. Like when you work in corporate or you work in a job that requires you be masculine and assertive and to assert yourself, it's sometimes very difficult as a woman to find that balance. And duality is the real thing that's real in nature. Like duality is where it is in nature. There's yin and yang, masculine and feminine. You need to find that balance. But it is difficult for a woman when you're at work having to show up in survival mode, having to be a person that asserts yourself and shows up to do what, to stand your ground and delegate tasks and tell people where to be, what to do, how set KPIs for your team and all that stuff, and then go home and turn around and have to be like, okay.
And that's why the whole masculine.
Hold on. We gotta get some of the men in here. We gotta get some of the dogs in here.
So let me jump in here.
Hold on,
all right. Which one of the men gonna go first?
Wait, Quest. With all due respect, I was supposed to go after Chaotic, and then everybody and their mama came in.
Come on,
and I was sitting back here trying to be. Trying to chill, and even now, as I speak, I still hear people trying to overtalk.
Just talk, Rilla. Come on. Just say it.
Okay, yo, wait, hold on, Kay. Because we ain't do this in a minute. Yo, JR, take me off like that. Because I really want to say this. Because I really get this. The thing. It's amazing to me how much energy we have for men when men are speaking or when men are saying their truth. We don't keep. It's just amazing to me. We don't keep
this
that
is
same.
Literally an entire.
Hold on. K. Let them cook.
We do not keep that same energy and call out women on their bullshit.
What do you want to be called
out? It's interesting to me. Rilla, just talk. Yo, fam, that's some bullshit.
Rilla, what do you think?
I didn't interrupt you not damn time. I let you cook. I let you talk. Even when you interrupted. And this has happened multiple times, Kay. And I'm really sitting here. I'm really trying to be cool. I'm really trying to be chill. And I'm not trying to go on all this WWE Royal Rumble shit. But that shit that you be doing, Kay, that shit is wildly
okay. But what should be?
No, Kay.
Hold on, Kay.
I don't need you to say shit right now.
Hold on.
I need you to
all right, Rilla. Go ahead, Rilla. You got the floor.
I need you to do.
You got the floor, Rilla. Kay, please.
What I need you to do is listen, because literally, JR said out his mouth, "Chaotic, I'm gonna let you go." Then Rilla gonna go, and guess what happened? When Chaotic finished, all of y'all went in. I really was sitting here trying to be cool, right? This whole conversation with this whole pick me shit is some bullshit. All this, you got to change your shit up for a man, and all this, we done had to fight and struggle in the work. And I ain't disrespecting or taking away from nobody's struggle or what they had to do with deal with in the workplace. But you know what's funny? Nobody says to men shit about what we got to deal with in the workplace either. Because you know why? Nobody cares. Period, point blank, end of sentence. All this whole, the pick me shit, like this shit is just crazy to me, because if I want a certain outcome, I don't give a fuck if I'm 4 or 40. If I'm not getting the desired result, I need to make the adjustment.